What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Merc with the Mic, and this is another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I'm Merc with the Mic, joined by Louis Beans.
What's up? What's up?
We got some wrestling news. Always in wrestling news every week.
Yeah, man.
Um, Good week of wrestling. We got
Hmm?
some exciting stuff from NXT UK 205,
Oh my
SmackDown.
goodness. NXT and 205 really gave me my entertainment's worth this week.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
really good stuff from there. I thought Raw and SmackDown were pretty solid as well. They
Mhm.
did enough to build some stuff going forward, especially going into Money in the Bank pay per view, which is the next pay per view coming up.
Mhm.
You had like two three-way matches for number one contender, and the last two actually fought each other towards the ending to see who's the number one contender.
And so who's the number one contender?
So AJ Styles.
Awesome.
I feel that it's a little too early.
You know what? Why wait?
I would have built that for SummerSlam.
I mean, listen, it's gonna be at a pay-per-view. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay, but you know what it is? Don't waste him being there, because then something could happen. Somebody could get hurt. Let them fight now.
I guess that's what they're doing. They're like, you know what? Let's just do it now while they are both healthy.
Yeah. It's just I don't want it to be months later and we'll just like, man, that could have happened. That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's true.
So
That is true. But yeah, we got the number one contender for Universal Championship, so that match is set for Money in the Bank. Another match that was set for Money in the Bank was Becky Two Belts. She's defending both her titles on the same night.
I love it. That's what you got to do when you got
sadly, we're gonna get Becky versus Charlotte again because honestly I'm done with that match. Like,
yeah,
I need time away from that match. I need like a good 6 to 7 months without them touching hands.
But I will say, I just thought about it, and I have to give him credit for one thing. And the one thing is, this is probably one of the only long-term storylines still going.
Yeah.
And I get it. You have to have them continuously fight if you're going to keep the storyline going. So on one hand, I want new people.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm like, damn, that's long-term storytelling right there.
But then we got the clone of Charlotte Flair.
You know what's messed up too is that from NXT, I know Lacey Evans. She's a damn good wrestler.
Yeah,
she can put on entertaining matches when she's working with a good person as well. So I just feel bad that that's the angle they're coming at it from. But she does look like her, so
So I have a little problem with it. It's just the fact that, again, the last maybe 5 pay-per-views we saw Charlotte versus Becky, or we saw them kind of meet, and every single week throughout the whole thing of carrying the rivalry for Ronda Rousey, you saw them too as well. So I kind of like, all right, WrestleMania is done. Move on. Let Charlotte start building. Let everyone and let other people get into that fray of things because I'm just. I know it's gonna be a good match. I'm just tired of seeing Charlotte in that spot.
Yeah, it is. It's just can't win, can you?
I would have took Bayley. We have not seen Becky versus Bayley since NXT.
I want it so bad. Like, I just want to see Bayley back in the main event picture for singles, because I think that's. How do you feel about the tag thing with her and Sasha?
Right now, it got kind of on a sour note because the whole thing with Sasha Banks and her contract and wanting to re-release and being kind of taking the ball and going home with it, but understandable in a way as well. I'm not gonna just put her to blame on it, but it's a little bit of both. Like, the way they're booking it and the way they're seeing it. Am I happy for the Iconics to have the belts? Yes, because they're entertaining as hell, and I'm enjoying everything they fucking doing. But I think to bring credibility to that belt, you should have had Sasha and Bayley to really show that you are defending it in every show and going to defend it everywhere, and had them on NXT at least once before they even lost it to have them defended on SmackDown once because they haven't defended on SmackDown. They lost the match on SmackDown, but they haven't defended the titles.
That's true. That's very true. It's
so,
unfortunate.
So I wish they went more with them building those tag titles, having incredible matches, having starting new rivalries with the other female tag team people that are there. They have a lot of tag teams. If you really think about it, Iconics are the more natural one because they've been a tag team since day one. But you had Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. You had the Riot Squad, which they broke up, which I'm kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
But you have some talented tag teams in there. You have Beth Phoenix and Natty working with each other. They're okay. Nia Jax is out, so Tamina's back by herself.
And yeah, I don't know how to feel about that because when she ends up in that situation, she's either gonna step up or we're not gonna see her for a while. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So it all depends, but I understand her side of things, but it's also a business, and you have to keep rolling with the punches and all. And the way she did it was very childish in a way, but again, that's her thing, and that's up to her to feel the way she feels.
Yes, I agree, 100%.
Do I want to see them wrestle? Yes. Do I think Sasha is great? Yes. Has she been wrestling the way that she should be in the top spot? Not really. Her match has been not the greatest things to say, but then there's also her being hurt half the time and Bayley picking up the slack. So it's a lot of things in that issue, a lot of things in the whole thing. So
it all depends. It's not been the best matches. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. But we talked about this last week about it too, because it's something that came up.
Yeah, this is the thing I want to just get your thoughts on it with just Bayley going back to singles. I think that's the move anyway.
Yeah, I'm happy about it because I think she's like I said with the tag team division, when she was in the tag team, she's been showing up. She's been busting her ass, and I think she does more of the work. She's been doing more of the bumps. And in that sense, if you actually really look at the matches, it's Bayley taking most of the bumps. It's Bayley doing most of the offense because Sasha, I think she was
hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she only did her little offense here and there, and then Bayley was tagged back in to finish the match.
I know, and it started to make me not invested.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So
yeah,
that's the sad part.
Yeah, but we got the Iconics, the tag champs, and I hope they get to defend their belts at Money in the Bank as well.
Yeah, good stuff.
And I'm still mad that they haven't done anything in NXT yet.
Yeah, why is that not been a thing? Have you heard anything? There's no reason for that, right?
But there was a reason why Bayley and Sasha went there, and it was like, we're going to defend these belts everywhere. And since then, we have not seen that title once appear on NXT after that. So there's a lot of potential there, especially with NXT and the talent they have in NXT. They started building some tag teams down there. You have Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah. They have
so good.
You have a couple working tag teams, so that's something you could easily do. But let's see what happens. But yeah, I enjoyed Raw. I thought Raw, for the most part, was a decent show. SmackDown, I loved the Kofi Nakamura match. I thought it was great. I felt that the whole Big O heel turn was too soon. I wish they built it for maybe 1 more, 2 more weeks.
They really are speeding towards that pay-per-view right there.
Yeah, I felt like they could have held off maybe a week or two because they haven't really developed a trust in him yet. So I was like, you saw it. Honestly, in history, you know the history of KO with friends.
And we saw Xavier Woods this weekend bonding with Jericho.
Yeah, which is great.
I love
but
that.
you saw Kevin Owens' history with friends. He has a toy of the Festival of Friendship.
Does it come with broken paint?
It's him and Jericho with the painting and all the things that he beat Jericho with.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah. So you know the history of KO. I think in that match, they should have just had KO do the big save and still celebrate with the New Day. And maybe next week or the following week, that's when you have him, or maybe have him like take out Xavier next week, but no one knows who took him out. And then he's the only one on Kofi's side. And then the following week, you figured out it was Kevin Owens that hit him. The Xavier comes back, and then that's when he does the full heel turn. He attacks them both and destroys, and then you have a full build up into the pay-per-view.
Yes, I mean, let me ask you. See, we were both saying that this, we were both noticing that this is really fast. This is happening really fast. What is that about? Like it seems like there's no middle ground now. It's either taking forever to finish the storyline, like we said with Charlotte and Becky, to get off that fight, or it's we're already here with AJ and Seth, and then we're already here with KO turning.
I feel like I don't know. There's not a common ground with certain buildups. I guess
it was like no build up for Nakamura to get that match, but I guess first fight, so maybe they're building up to it because Nakamura on his social media was like pumping it up, like you're the first. This is going to be the first step to get the title,
Yeah.
But TV wise, that's not how they played it out.
No, they did a bad job in building it, and I feel they need to work on that. They really do need to work on that because you had investment, you had us invested, especially with the Big O thing and them actually going playing a full with the whole Kevin Owens thing. It was great, so you should have left it a little longer. With the Rusev and Nakamura, they kind of did a thing because they already fought each other the week before, and they're kind of been in a battle with the New Day between that. So it was easy to put Nakamura in that situation. But if you was gonna try to build him to be a contender, then you should have did it a different way. But I thought the great match was great as it is, though.
You can't take away from his skill, but it's just it doesn't feel as important when it's just hi, I'm here.
And then you have the IC Championship title that doesn't have an opponent for the Money in the Bank yet.
This is true, really?
Yeah.
So how many weeks till?
You have until it's the 19th, so 3 weeks. So there's time to build something, but again, there's some things that should have been built better.
Yeah.
Again, like the whole KO thing, it should have lasted maybe 2 more weeks.
Yeah, well, I guess now we'll see what they have to say and what they're gonna do.
But yeah, I was a little disappointed on how fast they revealed that. But I think, and then also they had to put Kevin Owens in that spot right now is the fact that Daniel Bryan's going to be out for a little bit because he had an injury scare at WrestleMania.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
No.
So he's been out for a little bit. So they just being more precautious with him, and seeing where he's going to be at the moment.
Not the planet's former champion.
Yeah. So we had to. So putting Kevin Owens in that position makes perfect sense. Could have waited? Yes, they could have waited.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree.
I think it would have got a lot more heat too if he built up a relationship and then turned it down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Again, I was like, I don't understand. What's up with that? Anyway.
Yeah. I don't understand, but yeah, WWE has a habit of repeating storylines. They also have a habit in not doing the best in their abilities to build the storyline. So it's a hit and miss sometimes.
I see. Yeah, you're right.
So there's been leaks of the Money in the Bank matches. It looks like they've been advertising it in a certain way, so it gets people to buy tickets faster and shit.
What's that about?
So they kind of have a vision of what the Money in the Bank match will be.
Okay.
Which will have Ricochet. It will have Aleister Black. It will have Laura Sullivan. It will have Rey Mysterio. Was Rey Mysterio? Fuck. Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
And There's another one I can't think of the name. Oh, here we go. I got it. Yeah, Cesaro and
Really?
Andrade.
I like this. Wait a second.
So Drew McIntyre, Cesaro, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Andrade, and Lars Sullivan.
So we're gonna
They're
get
set to be the Money in the Bank.
Potentially Cesaro versus Drew McIntyre. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, me too. So I'm hoping that's the match, but it got advertised. They actually have it like kind of advertised and shit. So hopefully that is the match. I think that would be a great Money in the Bank match. They also kind of hinted that it might be an NXT Championship Money in the Bank on Money in the Bank as well.
First time for something like that? They never had any gimmick things like that before, right?
No. So there's a lot of talks that may actually happen. You see Tyler Breeze in the picture. So it was Tyler Breeze, Adam Cole, the dude from the Sons of the Forgotten Sons.
Oh yes, yeah. Damn, he had something this week too.
Yeah, you saw him. You saw Tyler Breeze. You saw Matt Riddle and Keith Lee.
Really? Okay.
So again, these are all rumors. They're not like 100% like put in, but they are in the wrestling news right now saying that it might actually be something that they may be booking for Money in the Bank. I do not mind that. If they don't do that, I will like a Money in the Bank tag team champ for the tag team titles.
I got you. I like that.
I think that would be really cool, and it shows that you're putting effort in your tag team division.
I agree. And it's also just cool. I mean, listen, those things, especially on the NXT side, they usually knock it out of the park anyway.
Yeah. And most of those guys are NXT people, so I was like, damn, that actually is going to be a really good match.
Yes. Yeah, that's also...
Yeah, except for Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio could adapt.
Yes. Again, it's just like, this sounds like there's no downside, so whatever, man. Yep. Just let it happen, man. Let it happen.
Yep. So NXT TakeOver, the next TakeOver got delayed also because of the Saudi Arabia show. So Saudi Arabia show is like fucking up everything. Took out Backlash, and now it's taking out TakeOver. That's bullshit.
It must have been a lot of money. It must have been paid a lot.
So. So there was So on recent like advertisements, there was a graphic for NXT Money in the Bank match. So hey, it might happen. I actually would not mind that at all.
No, I actually prefer it. Listen,
Pete Dunne, and Donovic, or whatever his name is.
Oh, Dijakovic. Yeah, that's it. Don't sleep on that. It's real good. That guy's real good.
That'll be a good match.
Feast your eyes. That's all I'm saying.
Feast your eyes. Anyway, but yeah. So there's a lot of rumors of Money in the Bank. It's coming up, approaching, so you might start seeing things come about. I do not mind that NXT ladder match. I think it will actually steal the show, to be honest with you.
I agree as well.
The fact that Tyler Breeze isn't it. Tyler Breeze can win the Money in the Bank.
Hey, listen, can we talk about, though, how they have, quote-unquote, buried everybody's favorite TNA star, EC3. Like, it's unbelievable how bad, what's the deal? And he was in that NXT ladder match that makes me confident that that they can pull off another great one. And it's just sad. What's going on?
Nah, I guess they don't like his spray tan. I don't know.
Maybe he needs to change the color of his tights because maybe it reminds somebody of Dusty and they get mad. I don't know,
but something with him, they don't like him.
And they won't let him talk, and that's his strong point. Like he looks like he's just a body guy, but his strong point is his personality.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep. So there was a NXT live show that happened this weekend. We actually got a North American Championship match between Velveteen Dream and Tyler Breeze.
Oh, wow.
And the referee broke his leg doing the pinfall.
Oh, yes. I did see the aftermath, and that is gruesome.
So what happened was it was a spot that I think Breeze threw Velveteen to the turnbuckle. Velveteen jumped almost hit the ref and then jumped over the ref, and then Breeze went for the super kick, and Velveteen ducked, and he super kicked the ref. The referee landed wrong. He dropped wrong and landed and broke his leg, but he still did the full pinfall. Velveteen Dream took the match, and I heard it was probably one of the best live event matches this year.
That's amazing, and that's so unfortunate.
I want to see that match.
Wow, yeah, kind of do, right?
Yeah, man. Those are two people I actually want to see. Is like Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze is so underrated, man. One of the best dudes here. All right, SmackDown was solid. We also had that Shield final chapter special that was on Sunday. Was the Shield's Dean Ambrose third last match.
Really? Okay.
It was all right. You had Finn Balor versus Elias, which was pretty decent IC Championship match. You had Bayley and Ember Moon versus the Iconics.
Really? Wow.
And
was it good?
Yeah, it was fun. No, it was a Riot Squad. My fault. Riot Squad. It was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm less enthused.
And then you had the Shield versus Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin, which was a fun match. It's pretty much a Shield match, so you understand where you get through a Shield match. And it was supposed to be the last to say goodbye to Dean Ambrose kind of thing. He said a nice little thing in the end. He said he loved. He said pretty much it was I love you to the fans and thank you for everything kind of thing.
Yeah, I did hear, and it was pretty much a motivational speech on his way out, and I was like, damn, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
and I thought that was the only thing I saw from it. I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
But it was fun. It was a fun event. It's about an hour and a half long, so definitely check it out. It's on the network. It's under the Shield's final chapter delivered all in. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was a live. It was pretty much a live show. You know. Other thing that popped up, Bray Wyatt.
Oh man, that was the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. But I like crazy stuff, so that's just me.
I'm very interested in where it's gonna go. Like, I'm very intrigued by the character. I believe in Bray Wyatt and his mic skills. I know he's really good on the mic, and I know he could sell a character. What they're doing with it, like, I just finished watching shows like this one called Kidding with Jim Carrey, that he's kind of like a Mr. Rogers and shit. And he's going like he goes through like depression and things like that, and it gets really dark. And then I watched a show called Happy, which it's a crazy show, but it involves like kids. It involves kids like fucking TV shows, and they're going crazy and they fucking kidnapping kids and shit. So it was me seeing that. I'm like, okay, I'm very interested in what Bray Wyatt is gonna do with this. The characters look interesting. I wonder who's gonna be that damn bunny, because there's a bunny on the sign. The other two are characters. The bunny's there.
Are there specific voices behind those people?
I think I think it's Bray Wyatt doing the voices of both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like if secretly it's another wrestler doing a voice or something. That'd be cool.
Nah, I don't think that is. But I think it's cool that they. I'm interested. I'm very interested. So
hey, look, he's the one that made it look good. You know what I mean? It could have been just really hokey, but he pulls it off. You know what I'm saying?
And you see the dark turns of what's it gonna be with the heel and the pain and heel
on his hands, on the gloves, and the chain. Why would you? What? All right, something's not right.
So there's something gonna be there. I like where it's gonna go. I'm interested in seeing where this is gonna go. So please be good with it, please.
I mean, leave it in his hands. That basically, if they do that, the more control he has over it, you can see he can take it somewhere.
Yeah,
I believe in him.
I'm interested in it. I'm interested to see where it goes. On other news, I think WWE declined Luke Harper's release.
Yeah, I saw he was the one asking for release, and then apparently they're like, no,
because he went public with it before he was released.
So
and they're like, no.
yeah.
And I think he has about 6 months left on his contract, and they're adding time for his injuries.
Oh wow, gotcha.
So because they still paid him, so they're adding time for the injuries and stuff like that. So he's pretty much gonna wait it out. That's kind of what they're gonna do to Sasha Banks too. Is like you could just wait out the contract, and we just ain't gonna put you on, pretty much like that.
So, I mean, in terms of him, it's just there seems to be no mediation in between, right? There's just he is completely done, right? He just doesn't want to be there.
Well, he asked for the release. It's up to WWE to decide if they want to grant his release, and if he still decides that he wants to wrestle, then they're gonna have him wrestle, and they're still gonna have him keep going and stuff like that. But they do want the time back that he was out, injury and stuff like that. So basically, they are working on that in that sense and see how long he's gonna be there. I mean, he's gonna have to renew or not. I don't know.
But I mean, has anybody talked about his state of mind?
Not really.
Like, did he say the reasons he doesn't want to be there, or did he just say something?
He's not being used, and I understand. Like, he's not being utilized to his talent. Maybe they'll come together and make something happen.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, has there been any talk about? Is anybody trying to meet him in the middle?
Yeah.
Like, do they just not give a shit?
Nah, it depends on what. I don't know. Like, I understand. Like, there's ways you could roll him in easily
into any like storyline. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, Braun Strowman, he could easily run against Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a weird situation right there. But we'll find out more news when it comes about. But yeah, I know they declined his release, or maybe they will come to agreement on how long they will let him still be there.
Okay.
Or he has like that. So we'll see what happens with that.
Gotcha.
NXT was fucking amazing.
Yes, a show for the ages.
Yeah, man.
Just about every match was really, really good. Even the women's tag match was really entertaining.
Yeah.
Love that team. What do they call them? Something in Bougie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a boring. This is awesome.
I like the tag team, and then you had Candice LeRae teaming up with Casey Caruso.
Yeah, and she's so like I didn't think it would translate at first, but the way she uses her agility, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I saw her finishing move that she's doing. She's doing like a spinning code breaker.
It's the way she can like get it done.
Yeah,
like damn. All right, go ahead.
That was a good match. Street Profits versus War Raiders was fucking fun.
That was gonna be a week.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Street Profits. Shout out to that frog splash.
Damn.
Shout out to him damn near doing the ricochet on the ramp too.
Yeah, he flew.
Like, he landed on his feet, but I love his facial expressions. Yeah. He's so good at that. Montez Ford, like, and then when the I forget which member of the War Raiders, which is weird, landed on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, the scream! That's just so good, man. That team is money. They just have a factor. Even though you think the other guy, the bigger guy, he's not as hype. It's the chemistry they have between them.
Yeah,
that makes it work so well.
I think he works. Dawkins works really well with him. So
yeah, that's
I hope I want to see them in a tag title run. Like I really do in NXT. I don't want to see them in the main roster yet.
Yeah, please.
But, they're in they're in the same boat right now as when Enzo and Cass were really big in NXT. Remember the time when they were like the top baby faces of NXT? They had that crowd going crazy, but they never gave them the tag titles.
Yeah, please don't make that mistake again. Please don't.
So I think they should do that with them. They're not gonna they're as popular as ever. So hopefully the next takeover you can see Road Raiders versus Street Profits.
I would love that. That would be awesome. Why not? Please.
Or Viking Raiders.
Yeah, but it bothers me that there's a lack of consistency.
Yeah.
You know, usually on commentary they'll mention things like that. This time I didn't hear anything about Viking and anything. You know.
Yeah, but it's also a couple of weeks back.
I know that, but it's just like I wonder if they knew Because I'm just saying, how? Okay, I'll ask you. How last minute do you think that name change was?
I think it was on the spot.
Damn, I would believe it.
They saw the bad shit that they got for the Viking experience, so they changed the name to Viking Raiders. And it was probably the same day that they were about to go out.
I believe it.
And NXT is taped, so you have the old commentating before that.
No, but I'm talking about how last minute do you think the first name change was when they turned into the
on the spot
experience?
On the spot.
See, that's what I find crazy because I think nobody thought about it. They just did it.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It really is.
Yep.
It's poor guys.
Yep.
That's all.
And then the main event of NXT was freaking fantastic. Johnny Gargano versus Roderick Strong. What an amazing match.
Like I was telling you before, like that is a classic match. That is one of those things that is probably in the same boat as the Velveteen Dream Tyler Reeves match that you were talking about. Just like, oh my goodness, it's must see. It's gonna last throughout time when you watch it like later on down the line, and it's just it makes. I unfortunately think it makes the main roster feel slow.
Yeah,
you know, it really does for me. When you see those guys countering each other so naturally, it's like, why can't you do this on the main roster? You guys all came from NXT. What happened? And I asked you, I said, do you think they make the main roster slow down?
Yeah, and I think they do.
And I think I don't know. Do you think they think the young viewers maybe can't handle it? Because you and I both see the young fans kind of grow up watching NXT. Like they get it if you give them a chance.
I think it's more the fact that they're more cautious with injuries on the main roster.
But damn it, if the people on the main roster aren't getting hurt the most.
Yeah, but you gotta realize also NXT is taped. That's one, and then also they do less shows. For them to wrestle the way they wrestle and I'm thinking they're in the main roster mentality. If they're wrestling every day as like they're wrestling on NXT that day, one of them's gonna get hurt eventually. So I guess they do it in a way that it slows down the matches, and I think WWE is trying to make more moments in the main roster than the actual matches, and that's a problem.
It just looks like a less natural thing, and it kind of really starts to stand out when you watch NXT, man. It really does. But I don't think they have to hit, okay, the difference is I think that they can take to the main roster and learn from NXT is you don't have to do the suplexes where you land on your head, and you don't have to do 5 knees, 5 V triggers and all. No. That's not what I mean. I mean the natural stuff. This stuff that happened in that match, that's not gonna injure you. The way those two guys wrestle, the way those two guys countered each other's moves, it's like the thought process of doing it. It's like nobody on the main roster seems to keep that.
No.
And I don't mean the explosive movements. I don't mean the cool thing with Roderick Strong, like he did the thing where he holds you up from the waist and he slammed him on the apron. I get that. That'll hurt somebody. Like, no, I don't mean that. I just mean the thought that they put into those matches. It just seems so much more, It's really bad. Like, I'm starting to find more joy watching 205 and NXT only.
And I think there's a lot more reasons to that because those are like focused more wrestling shows, and then the main roster, Raw and SmackDown, they have the storylines, they have this, they have that, and they try and give you a lot of things. When NXT is just showing us mainly wrestling and a little bit of storyline, and that's more. But even the storylines make sense and the storylines are strong, but it's not the main focus.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can definitely tell, and I think as time goes by, maybe a little more NXT will bleed in because it doesn't hurt to have the stories make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. And they don't all have to be fantastical, rather. like you can have the supernatural and weird with Bray Wyatts and things like that, but you can also have a grounded storyline that's comes from the I just want to beat you, but we can make this really cool, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see. But damn it if that wasn't my match of the week, and I feel bad.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match. I love that match from, and then it shows. So this is what I was talking to Minion with Opinion about the match, and you start seeing kind of like little cracks in the Undisputed Era towards the ending of the match, and I was like, maybe it's a work. Maybe they're working with each other, but in a way that it looks like they're going to fight each other and they're going to betray each other, and maybe even have them go to as close as for them to actually have a fight, and then the next takeover you have Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, and Gargano in a triple threat match for the NXT Championship, and then they like, oh shit, you're going to win this match. Go ahead.
You know, that would be very smart. And it's NXT, so I believe it. I mean, that would be cool.
I think that's gonna happen, and then what they'll do, Adam Cole will be the one to get the NXT Championship, and I think Roderick Strong will get the North American title, and then you'll have the Undisputed taking over being the main heels of the show.
I like it, and it makes complete sense though. So yeah.
So I'm actually like I was looking at it. I was like, maybe it's the work. Maybe it's the fact that they're gonna start showing clinks, and then when it comes said and done, it was the plan all along.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's something that they are smart enough to pull off well. Yeah. You know, so I like to see that.
We also had two amazing matches in 205 Live. Humberto Carrillo versus Drew Gulak was great.
Yes. That was also Clash of Styles Day. That was so good.
It was fun. It was a really fun match. I actually liked that finisher he did.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one he's been using on that show.
Yeah,
a lot, and it looks cool, but it's just like that entire match. I love when he was on top of the ring post on the other part.
Yeah,
and he was like screaming for him to get down, and it was just like it has so many moments in it that was just like it was fun. It was his like Humberto Carrillo's moves are so good. Like he makes the most simple things look like they take so much skill to do because of the flair he puts on it. Like that guy's really good.
And he has height too. He's pretty tall compared to the other one. So he's long. When he does things, it looks long too.
Yeah, you're right. But I love the way he turns a normal kick and he puts like a spin on it because he can, and it just looks cool. You know what I mean? Like there's not too many people that's just like cool. You know, just doing cool ass shit for the sake of it. Maybe like Aleister Black or something, or Ricochet, but like they're almost the same type of wrestler. You know what I mean?
Yep. You also got Oney Lorcan versus Daivari, which was actually a really good match as well.
I wasn't expecting it to be so good, but damn it, if Oney Lorcan seems to be a catalyst to bring out the best in people or something, man.
Yeah, he beats shit out people too.
Yeah, he does, and he got his ass whooped. Like towards the end of that match, Daivari, like he was laying him in, dude. That shit looked brutal.
I forgot to mention SmackDown. They actually had Balor versus Andrade. That was a really good match.
Yes, it was. Also,
I forgot about SmackDown. I would like to see that rivalry.
Main event caliber match for real. So
I was very happy with that. A lot of good stuff happened on wrestling this week. NWA just had a show. They had like they brought back their they did the Crockett tournament for the tag team championships.
Okay.
Colt Cabana just won the national championship, which is their U.S. title. And Marty Scurll fought for the NWA World Championship.
Oh wow! Yeah. Wow. Oh, shout out to Marty Scurll because I see Villain Enterprises is getting a figure line.
Nice.
So they're gonna be figured. Like he showed the molds for the 3 members, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like ROH is doing a toy line with wrestling ringside collectibles.
So would you know what type of figures are they? Are they like superposable, or are they like the big like rubber one? Like what do they do?
They're probably not as superposable. They're more like, remember the old Bone Crusher ones? They're just straight figures, probably straight arms and stuff like that. They're just more a figure.
Okay, gotcha.
They're not like the current WWE figures at all, but they're gonna have ROH care guys and stuff like that. So if you care about ROH, you can buy their figures.
Nice. Like, there's a few people that go to ROH every now and again. I'm like, oh man, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I would get a Dim Boys figure. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So hopefully they all gonna get something out of it. But ROH just reported they are gonna do a lot more of those figures done.
Nice.
And Marty Scurll is one of the first one. Is part of the new line.
Good. It couldn't be for a better person because that dude was awesome.
Yep. Yeah. So we have the Road to Money in the Bank that's coming up. A lot of things happening. So we'll have the whole card. Once we get the whole card, we do our predictions of that.
Who's that knocking on the
Huh?
Who's that knocking on the door?
I don't know. There's someone knocking and everything. There's freaking a lot of shit happening now.
That's how many renovating the studio.
Check out Up Down Down. They did a whole Mortal Kombat show with IGN, which was really funny, which was really dope.
They've done a run. Huh? Done a good run, man. Lots of content coming from them.
Yeah, a lot of great content. One of the coolest things I saw that I think I shared on the Instagram that we all on was so Xavier Woods did a Smash Brothers tournament for Make-A-Wish, and all the people that were in the tournament were the Make-A-Wish for the New Day and Xavier Woods.
Oh, okay.
So he did a Smash Brothers tournament to hang out with all the kids all at once.
Okay.
So they did a whole Smash Brothers tournament. He's gonna have videos up on Up Down Down, and I thought it was actually really cool. And then they're making money for Make-A-Wish, and they're all having fun playing video games and all, which is nice. Like everyone talks about the John Cena 601, but they don't say the smaller tournament, the smaller Make-A-Wish is that a lot of people do that don't really get shown.
Yeah, you'll see that's a if you don't follow their social medias particularly, you won't get to see a lot of that. But I do commend WWE because they will show most of them. They will show pretty much everyone they put out. Yeah, they don't miss a chance. Because I follow their main account, and they made mention of that one. They had the video of him speaking about it, and they made a nice little package for it. But like the fans don't give a shit for some reason, which is odd. You know, that's help people, man.
But I thought it was really great that he does that, and also it's well deserved and stuff like that. New Day gets a lot of the Make-A-Wishes and stuff like that. They are as popular as most of the main wrestlers and stuff like that. So
they're the champs, man. No. You got to give them the complete due. They are the champs. New Day is on top.
Yeah.
All eyes should be on Kofi and Xavier and what they do.
Yeah, but it was really cool seeing the new episode rollouts on there today, which I'm actually looking forward to seeing because I've been enjoying the hell out of those.
They had the cool Pokemon thing too. You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like I think I made a little picture for them. So
yeah,
that's cool.
So so definitely check out the Mortal Kombat thing. Alex Black, Zelina Vega, Austin Creed, Kofi Kingston. They were all there playing Mortal Kombat, and it was actually really fun. It was actually a fun thing with Greg from Kind of Funny Games and shit. Him and Xavier Woods have like a thing. They talk shit to each other all the time.
Okay.
But that was actually really cool. Zelina Vega challenged Makazi for the Up Down championship with Mortal Kombat as well.
So, yeah, she almost got him, man. She almost got him.
Almost got there.
Maybe I like the rule too that when it's a fighting game, that you can't pick the same character twice. Like they have little rules for it. She got to pick the game, and he's never played it, which is like it's in the challenger's favor.
Yeah.
And then since he was in the tournament, when she picked the first character, you could kind of tell it wasn't one that she really knew anything with. But then when they got to the second round and she picked Jade, she knew exactly what to do.
That's her girl.
It was hilarious.
She's known. She did her own cosplay of Jade. That's on all over the web.
Like, yeah, she goes in for her characters, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, to this day, she's like, oh, if Mortal Kombat next movie wants a Jade, let me know.
I mean, that would be so good.
Yeah, she looks like the character. Actually, like looking at the game, playing the game, she looks kind of like her.
Well, I don't know. Jade looks black. in this one. They changed her look from what the old one was.
Yeah.
I remember that I saw that new costume, the one with the her face out.
Yeah.
With the hood on, the Robin Hood looking one.
Yeah.
What is she? Is she a good guy or a bad guy in this game?
Both.
Oh no, never mind. Just like the movie, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
We'll get into that in the Guess Better Ask for a Cast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely check out all the content there. I didn't really listen to much podcasts this week. Is there any interesting ones that you listened to?
Yeah, there was the Edge and Christian was like a replay of some of the greatest hits one because they were out of town. That was actually pretty good because I got to hear ones I'd never heard.
Okay.
They love to just shit talk him, Christian, excuse me. Like did you know he was a wrestler called the Male Nurse?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
I heard this on I think I heard this cast before.
Okay. Yo, that's crazy. The way he described Tommy Dreamer. No. That one didn't have a guest, but then they had another one. They had Tommy Dreamer on.
Oh, okay.
Great. Love
this
that.
week,
he has a podcast as well.
Yeah.
House of Hardcore has a podcast. It's really funny. Yeah, it's like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Very funny.
Tessa Blanchard's on Talk is Jericho. I didn't get to listen to it yet, so that might be a good conversation.
If you want to know about AEW, they had Tony Khan with Chris Van Vliet.
Yes.
So if you watch YouTube, his little interviews, that's a really good one, man. It's a very informative one.
I listened to the one that he was with Jericho, and I actually enjoyed that one. So I have hopes for AEW. I'm looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. Adam Page and Sami Callihan are on JR Ross Report.
Okay, cool.
Dave Meltzer's on Jim Cornette's, which I cannot listen to Jim Cornette's.
Oh, his personal podcast?
Yeah, I can't listen to it.
Okay.
He goes into these rants that just takes me way off of what he's talking about. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I have found respect for him because of the Dark Side in the Ring of him saying to Vince Russo directly to him, "I'll piss on your grave." So I'm like, I like the guy though in that sense. But yeah, those are some of the podcasts up that this guy actually has one. Remember Sean Mooney used to be an announcer for WWE like back in the day.
Yes, I do.
Podcast.
Oh, you know what? There was a really good one. Did you hear about the show in Alaska that was recent?
No, I just saw that with Kirk.
Yes, and he was there, but also that's what's the name's federation?
Who?
Kurt Hawkins. That's the one that he's partnered with.
Creator Pro.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You hear the other guy, Pat Buck, I think it is.
Yeah.
He was on Sam Roberts, but he also talked to him on the Coco Cabana one, and I'm like, that's interesting as hell. It's like wrestling in Alaska. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear there's like nothing out there, so they go crazy for it. So I'm like, well, that's pretty good. That's like the best market, right? You want crazy, rabid fans.
I guess so. Like that's where you kind of want it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and it's cold, so you got to do something.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people at this. Joey Janela was up there. Johnny Impact was up there. Ty Valkyrie was with him. His wife was with him. It was actually like quite a few like really cool independent people up there. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So good stuff to them.
I watched some of Impact this week.
Mm-hmm.
Impact kind of went in the route of what Lucha Underground was doing with the kind of making kind of a sitcom kind of feel to certain promos, which they do it very terribly. But they do it, but it's terrible, but funny at the same time.
Good.
So it's not terrible, like it's not worth watching. It's terrible as it's cheesy.
Good.
And it's like an old like horror flick.
Okay. As long as it's entertaining, are you entertained when you're watching it, or does it make you angry or something? You know what I mean? What is it?
No, it makes me laugh. So I was like, it's not that bad.
Okay,
but they had some good matches. They had Johnny Impact versus Brian Cage. He got his head cracked open during the match, but they fight. They have a pay-per-view, I think, this week. So they're fighting for the Impact Championship.
Like for real, or like?
Yeah,
You
he
know,
Brian Cage got his head cracked open in that
jeez.
match. Yeah,
Wow.
he was like gushing blood and all. I think he put the crazy glue and shit on it.
Ah, damn.
But they had a thing with the chick of Valkyrie.
Yes, I Valkyrie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her Joanne Grace, and
Yes.
they had a weird ass freaking thing. Watch their promo. It looked really terrible. It
Oh,
was great though, but it was terrible.
did you see the video that Jordan Grace put up this weekend of her like using the fan to body
Yes,
slam an opponent? That was
yeah,
pretty funny.
she's really good. Like I like her. I've seen a couple of her matches, and she made a fan of me. Like I've seen some of her good stuff.
Yeah,
She did a lot of mixed gender matches and stuff like that, and she holds her own. She's strong as hell.
yeah. Like you can see, she's
Yeah.
definitely up there in her strength department.
But I'm hoping she gets the Impact Women the Knockouts Championship. I really do. I'm definitely gonna try to catch the pay per view. Like I've been watching on Twitch. I usually catch it on Twitch more than I catch it on TV. So they air live Impact on Twitch the same time they're doing on their channel, which I can't find on my thing. So
Gotcha.
it works. Yeah.
Okay. Good
All
stuff.
right. Scott Steiner don't like Impact.
Mm-mm.
He's like, they didn't give me my money. They still owe him money, probably. Even though he almost broke his neck. Trying to do a hurricanrana. Why are you trying to do hurricanranas? You know you're not supposed to be doing that. It's probably something in the hospital. It's like, no
Really bad.
hurricanranas for you.
Really bad. Oh Jesus, Scott Steiner, please.
Scott Steiner is an asshole. He always interrupts our cast. It's always once or twice. Illusion is gets badass rare or this one. It's one of the two. But yeah, Impact been fun. Been a good show to watch. I do not keep up ROH. I try to just read the results and stuff because there's too much shit to watch. I already got like 9 hours of wrestling from WWE, and then AEW comes. That'll be like another 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours plus pay per views. So yeah, I have my plate full of wrestling, and then New Japan. I'm trying to catch up with shit because again,
So
Rise of Okada.
yeah, I saw that. I love the way they're treating like Okada's. Just it seems like they've taken a bigger approach to showcasing just why he's so cool. Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't know why he was cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So, and this is something I said like really early in the year, and I was saying, yeah, they are gonna really be pushing Okada, like beginning in the Wrestle Kingdom after he won that match. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be the start of the building of Okada again, because right now he's like Okada over there is the scene of WWE. He's a big draw. Like honestly, once he became champion again, every single Japanese show was sold out.
Oh, good to hear.
So it goes to show us like that's why they keep him with the belt.
Yes, and it makes sense. Why not? And he's good. It's not like he's a bad wrestler or anything. So that's
he grew on me. I had my issues with him before, but I think he grew on me as a wrestler, and then the adaptation that he has with different styles. Not Scott Steiner's on my side. What the fuck?
He's just coming to get us, man. Just remind you.
Remind you, he got your hookup. Holla if you hear me. Goddamn Scott Steiner. We hate him.
He makes me laugh. That's all he really does to me now.
He makes me scratch my head.
You know, you just don't want to get hit in the head so much. That's what I'm figuring out about wrestling, about life.
Or stay away from steroids.
Or that. But it's just like,
or drugs.
He says things. It does things that just make it questionable. You know?
Yeah. He needs to start snorting shit. He needs to. He's doing something. He's doing something. We don't know what it is, but he's doing something.
He was talking about his restaurant, what it's like to go visit his Shoney's. He's like, yeah, I know. Every time I show up, they start working harder. But not when I'm not there. Like, I got a camera, I can see you. Why you not? Yo, he's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Scott Steiner.
Hey man, Frankensteiner, right? So there you go.
Oh, you saw what I sent you?
Yes, I did. right on his own head. And the guy, he didn't know what to do, so he just fell. It was terrible.
Yeah. I guess that's all I have.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I mean, listen, we covered a lot of stuff from what's going on currently to what's going on online. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff. Yeah.
So, yeah, this will be it. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate it. If you do. Please follow us on all our social medias. Follow me. I'm Mark with the Mic on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch TV, YouTube, the Facebook page of the Wrestling Babble, and the Wrestling Clinic Facebook page, and more. And what you got, Louis Beans?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Red Cyclonic YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. What else we got? Facebook. Well, we're part of the Red Cyclonic Facebook group. We also have a Tumblr and a WordPress. And so, no excuses. You know what we are.
And like, subscribe. Last but not least, probably something that we'll probably discuss, and it gives you more time to do some research. I put a post up on the wrestling on the Wrestling Babble Facebook page about the IC Championship, what it's called, the Workhorse title. It's probably one of my favorite titles in the world. Mm-hmm. Who are your favorite champions? Who are your favorite matches?
Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart.
So we're gonna. That's something we can actually discuss next week. We'll talk about the IC title. What makes it so important to WWE. Yeah. So follow us, like, subscribe, and always remember, follow the Jenkins.
Sandwiches.
Yep. All the sandwiches. Sandwiches on bikes.
Oh man. Watch yourself.
Latest.
Peace.